My name is Tim Hagelow. I'm from Germany. I'm at the moment the Director of Franchise and Operations for UFC Gym KSA. I came to Saudi Arabia in the year of 2007, and why I came over here is technically that I went on the website of my previous university where I studied sports science, and that was in 2006 actually. And at this time there was a job opportunity in Saudi Arabia, here in Riyadh, and I applied just for fun, but in the end I got the position, and then after 4 or 5 months I moved over here. I was not afraid to come here, but my parents actually told me to think twice about that opportunity. But my first boss actually called even my parents and convinced them to say it's safe over here. So that was the time, 2007, when I just joined Saudi. Actually, perception changed a lot for me because, as I said, 17 years in Saudi, getting more open. Women can drive, what was before never actually happening in this country. And as well, my parents visited Saudi, by the way, twice. They came in 2009, 2011, and they saw also this time some changes, right? But I will bring them again this year, and they will see the dramatic changes here. The company is growing, and therefore we have these drastic changes in all areas actually in Saudi Arabia. Economically, it is growing as well. The traditions, okay, it is easier now to even learn more about the traditions. Before it was more closed, and now even Saudis, they invite you more to their houses, so you understand more even the traditions and the culture. In the beginning, I have to give a little bit of feedback about myself. What our background is that when I came in 2007, I had a driver. Okay, I used to live in the compound, so I technically lived in a bubble. That means compound, work compound, weekends with friends in the compound, going for swimming and that stuff. So the changes actually, or the new things started for me when I moved out to my second employer, what is actually in the eastern region, because I worked in Riyadh, eastern region, also western region. And there I used to drive a car, and that was crazy here. But it's getting much better with the new surveillance system. So that was a dramatic change for German actually driving in Saudi Arabia, because you really have to look right and left when you switch in the lanes. Right, that was a dramatic change for me. Otherwise, traditionally and culturally, I wouldn't say there was such a big difference, because I grew up in Germany, Frankfurt, and we have a lot of Arabs living over there. So I have actually a lot of Arab friends before. So I knew somehow what I'm going to have over here, yes. In 17 years, I've been to Hijaz region, it was actually Jeddah, Mecca, Medina, and from this over we drive down as well, down to Abha, and there you have beautiful mountains and the weather is amazing. I never thought in Saudi Arabia you have also these weather changes. So there we had like 20 or 18 to 20 degrees, even let's say in the summertime. In wintertime even you have go down to 5 degrees, for example Taif, what's again more to the north, and Shakir, as well Dammam, Khoba and Dahran, that was the area over there. What I've seen here actually in Riyadh is the National Museum, Masmak. I've been to Janadriya and Diriyah. I strongly recommend to go to the old city of Jeddah. You can have a great tea there, and you can really sit in between those old buildings. This is something definitely in the future, when they're finished, that you should go there. As well, for sure, with friends, we pack the truck and we go into the desert too, north, east, west and south. Everywhere around Riyadh there's either a stone desert, a mixed desert, or even a sand desert. So the best is a sand desert, drifting with the cars, having good barbecue over there and hanging out with friends the whole day. But you have to be careful, even winter time you still get a sunburn. During my days off, I have actually 2 days off in Saudi Arabia. Normally I go for hiking. I go for hiking into the desert. What an amazing place to do, I can just recommend this. At the same time, for sure, meeting my friends, driving around, going also normally out of Riyadh, just to experience a little bit the nature. And many times I go to Equestrian Club, just to see how the horses are running, because as you know, horses are beautiful animals. I go as well to Ministry of Sports. There's a little bit outside of Riyadh, just behind the diplomatic quarter, and there I have some good friends even doing decathlon and as well archery. So I normally join them too, and I know also how to shoot archery. 3-4 years ago, they started having a lot of activities here, especially in Riyadh and in Jeddah. I think you call it like Riyadh season, and I think even Jeddah season. They brought the Formula One, the electric Formula One, right? So before there was really nothing really to experience here except going to nice restaurants. But now with all of these, it's actually overfloating of activities. You don't even know what to do. Okay, would you go today to the Boulevard? Would you go today, let's say, to Riyadh Front, to Riyadh Park? New malls have been created. So it's simply a dramatic change. We go from time to time to the Boulevard just to see the places in the Boulevard, to see what is new in the Boulevard, having a coffee, having a tea. This is normally what you do here, having some good food and just walking around, you know, and enjoying the sun, especially in winter time. I have actually to give credit to a good friend of mine who left the country right now, but he's from here. He's half Saudi, half Jordanian. He actually bought me a thobe. He said, "Yalla, wear it. Just try it on." So in a couple of days I put it on, and people just turning around because I'm 1.90 m, working with a thobe, having no shmal egal. So it's actually very interesting how many views you get, you know, how people look at you. But I like somehow to wear it. The only problem is, even though I made it a little bit wider, is the stride length. I have a very long stride length, so I feel like walking like a mannequin. هذه ليست مشكلتي. I'm learning Fusa actually at King Salman Center for, I think, Arabic. I haven't started yet. I actually taught myself Arabic. I think it took me like a week. Then I was able to read and write Arabic, you know, the harakat, tenween, Duma Fatah Kasra, and all of that stuff. So, but I'm planning actually to really start talking Arabic. I can understand Arabic, but I don't really use it because, as you know, you have these different dialects in different areas. So therefore, it's very hard for somebody just to catch it up and to talk. And me as a German, if I want to talk Arabic, I want to talk it right. My interest and hobbies here in Saudi Arabia is normally going out for good food, doing sports. I actually work out on a daily basis, and as well going to concerts or theaters, or especially art. So if I see, for example, nice pictures or nice environment, I take normally pictures and I post it on Instagram. So my Instagram is not about myself, it's normally about art, pictures, flowers, sun, clouds, nice places actually. Yes, from home I have definitely experience in concert, operas, theater, and as well also in art. My parents, they have amazing art at home. So that's also something what I'm doing here. I try to go to different art vernissage as well, to buy some art and also put it up in my house. And concerts, international concerts are here now from different countries, and that's very nice to hear too. Before it's pretty hard to socialize because everything was completely restricted. You were not supposed to talk actually even to anybody around you, because everybody looked at you and said, okay, why is he talking to me? What does he want, right? Especially as well in malls. Okay, I was told when I came to Saudi, even from people living here, okay, just go straight, buy your food, come back to work. There was nothing like talk to other people, socialize, and enjoy sitting with them having coffee. That was always like not possible. But now it's technically open. You can sit anywhere you want, in any restaurant you want. So there are so many changes here, and now it's much easier, as I said before, is actually to socialize with each other. The Arab, especially Saudi hospitality, is amazing. I have many Saudi friends. And whenever I come over, there's already food there. There is water there are soft drinks there, everything is arranged, okay? So whenever you come over, you have everything what you need. And if something is missing, they call just the driver and they bring you the food. So hospitality is great. You sit together, you eat together, you enjoy together, and it's just something what hasn't been as well happening here before. So there's also a great change that you feel more like, let's say, like in Europe, like a European country. You can technically go out, you can meet together, you can talk, you can enjoy, and afterwards everybody's going its way. It's amazing. When we talk about food in Saudi Arabia, we have different kind of food here and different level of food, right? You have those in the very high-end restaurants and hotels, and then you have the one, let's say, for the public, for everybody. And this is called here shawarma al-lahm al-ajin. I hope the pronunciation is right. And also falafel. So this is something that I eat at least once a week, you know, because you need some energy as well when you do a lot of training. But for sure, like once a week, twice a week, I go also to these high-end food restaurants, even to get that nice service in the hotel. What is interesting here is that the life is, they make it easier. In Europe, we are driven for being always effective and efficient. What is good for me because I'm effective and efficient, even here I'm still trying to apply that. But in Saudi it's more relaxed. They do the next step, right? That nothing has to be done immediately, right? What I can't cope with, but I learned to cope with this somehow. But again, this depends again where you work in Saudi Arabia. With the Vision 2030, they're pushing hard to achieve things in actually a time what we might not even achieve outside the country. So this is something, a dramatic change as well in Saudi, pushing hard to get goals achieved very fast. And as you know, 2030 is just around the corner, 6 years actually from now. So it makes sense to push hard now to develop the country. Work is really good here because they give you some space to work. Right, I was not used to this in my country before, because everything is really, as I said, by the clock, especially in Germany. So from now on, we can develop a lot in a little bit longer time, maybe, but we get it also developed, right? So work here is very interesting. I like it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here for 17 years. But for sure, I like to travel back from time to time home or travel outside also to see other places or to go back to my parents and my brother who is married to see also my nephews. But it's always good to be back to Saudi Arabia. The best part of my job is that I can make decisions. Because what had happened always before is that I knew that my superiors did not really have the knowledge. So therefore, whenever I had a good idea, it was always stopped for some reason. So now being in charge for UFC Gym KSA, I can really develop my ideas and I can really push it through. And you can ask all of my people working for us, and they're very happy about this because we're getting things done now. The one thing leading you in a professional business to success is to understand the person in front of you on the other side. If you understand the wishes and the demands another person has or another company has, and you know how to act on this and provide these solutions, then you can for sure make a great deal here. Due to the changes in Saudi Arabia that also foreign investors can easily come to Saudi now and invest here, the plan is from my side as well to grow business with a very good business partner of mine in the near future, to come back as an investor. At the moment, I work for a company. My plan is to start a company with a private person. My morning routine in Riyadh actually is very quite simple. I wake up in the morning at 5:30, hitting the gym. The gym is actually in the place where I live. And there I do my regular morning routine, 45 minutes high intensity training. Afterwards, I have my breakfast, coffee, tea, and that stuff, and for sure my oatmeal, because it's what I need in the morning to wake up. And afterwards, I have sometimes a small walk just around the premises, and roughly 8 o'clock, 8:30, I'm hitting then my work, what is 5-6 minutes away from here, just around the corner, and then I starting my work routine. In my break time from work, normally I meet some friends, maybe some dessert, and then I have roughly after that a walk around, normally from a high sea over Riyadh. And then afterwards, normally I have a high tea, and then I go back to work and finish another 3-4 hours at work. Normally I work also late into the evening because the gym actually is a 24-hour gym. So we're opening from the morning until night. So I have to be there all the time just to make sure everything's assured. Actually, everybody who would like to come to Riyadh, and there you have a 360-degree view over whole Riyadh. You can see on one hand, you can see Mamlaka Tower. On the other hand, you can see the Ministry of Interior, for example. Spending my time 70 ways from my country and away from family, especially my parents, showed me how really valuable my parents are. I always loved them from the beginning, but being away and seeing also that I'm getting older and my parents are getting older is always driving me back to them to make sure everything is all right. What I understood is, and what I heard many times is, oh, you guys don't really take care of the family. You are always away. You move out when you're 18 or 16 or 17 and you just do your own life. You forget about your parents. That is actually not true. We never forget about our parents. Yes, we are very fast self-independent, but we call our parents on a daily basis, maybe not daily around, but we always go back on frequent basis to take care of them. So this is especially here very, very inside the culture that you're always there for the parents and you move out as late as possible once you're getting married. But almost every Friday, normally, this is the time for family, you come back to your parents. We might not do it that frequently, but we're always around too, so I just want to clear this prejudice, by the way. What I could possibly miss if I leave Saudi Arabia is that beautiful weather, even though it's hot, but it's manageable. It's dry, what is amazing, because with the drier it is, okay, the easier it is, in my opinion, to live in the heat. For sure, I will miss some good friends I made here, and I miss a different kind of lifestyle as well. You know, here, as I said, I'm going to different hotels as well. I'm having good food here. So in Germany, we have good hotels too, but it's a different lifestyle approaching it, right? And as I said, the friends is the thing what I miss here. I miss as well, I will miss the culture somehow too, because I adapted over the years. But it was never that difficult for me actually to work and live in Saudi Arabia, because from the beginning I adapted apparently. So maybe that is in my genes, maybe that's what my parents taught me, to adapt where you go. And so I don't see myself leaving right now anyhow. One really unique experience is actually being with the whole crew today, filming my daily routine. That's really a unique experience, what I didn't experience before. And as well, I wouldn't call it unique, but a great experience is as well to travel to unique places in Saudi Arabia. And I've been to many places. I can't even list them now, it will take too much time, but I'm happy to inform everybody personally. I would definitely recommend friends and family to come to Saudi Arabia to live the life what I live. I can show them within, I would say within 2 weeks, what I experienced over 17 years, and to travel them around and to show them very, very nice different places in the east, in the north, in the west, and in the south. In the north I haven't been there, but west, east and south for sure, and as well Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. Hallo Deutschland. Ich lebe seit über 17 Jahren mittlerweile in Saudi-Arabien, in der Hauptstadt Riyadh. Und Ich würde wirklich alle mal dazu einladen, sich mal Saudi-Arabien anzuschauen, nach Riyadh, Jeddah oder nach Dammam zu kommen. Das sind die verschiedenen Städte, einmal im Westen, einmal an der Ostküste. Saudi-Arabien hat sich über die letzten 5, 6 Jahre sehr stark verändert. Es ist super schön, mittlerweile hier zu leben. Sehr, sehr viele Anpassungen. Es ist sehr offen geworden. Somit würde ich jeden mal einladen, einfach mal nach Saudi zu kommen, mich zu treffen und hier vor Ort einfach mal eine Rundreise zu machen. Vielen Dank.